Today, I will try to sharpen the blades for the electric razor. Lately, the razor has become a bit of a poor shaver. You have to move it for a long time in one place, and still the shave is not the same as it was at the beginning with the new razor. At first, I had the idea to buy new blades on Wildberries, but then I thought that we have plenty of craftsmen and looked on the internet to see what methods are used to sharpen blades. I chose two more or less suitable ones. In both cases, polishing paste is used. First, let's prepare the workplace. We will need a flat surface. Clean glass is well suited for these purposes. The most common GOI paste is most often recommended as a polish. After polishing the car, I had some manual polishing paste with a grain size of 48 and 35 nanometers left, and although it dried out a little, I think it will cope with my task. It turns out that restoring the blades is a good reason for a thorough cleaning of the razor. I disassemble the machine and remove the knives. First, I want to thoroughly wash the razor knives. To do this, I turn the lock against the arrows that are applied to the grid and remove it. I try to disassemble it so that it's clear which knives were in which grid, so as not to mix them up. I think that they have already become accustomed to their grids, and if the knives are swapped, they will stop working effectively. I will have to wash away all this dirt. To do this, I took a detergent, added water to it, and will now wash one group at a time. Having closed the lid thoroughly, I wash the knives from debris. I do this with all the parts. The procedure is very foamy and wet, so prepare napkins or rags. Now I apply lubricant to the glass surface and lightly begin to sand in a circular motion against the direction of the knives. I try not to press too hard. Since the paste has dried, I moisten it a little with the washing water in which I rinse the knives. I do this for about a minute. To sharpen other knives, I use the second method. I put the grinding paste directly into the mesh. After filling the mesh, I install the knives, fix the retainer on top, and attach everything to the razor handle. Now I start the razor and let it work for about 15 seconds. Done. Now the task is to wash out the lubricant. If the razor has a wet shaving function, then you can dip it in our washing solution while it is working. In addition to washing, the knives are also additionally sanded a little. After sharpening, rinse the razor thoroughly under hot water. I add soap there to make sure to rinse out the grinding paste. You need to rinse the razor thoroughly because if particles of the paste remain, they will irritate the skin of the face. I blot the razor with a napkin. You can blow it from water droplets and drip a couple of drops of lubricant. Well, now for the final test. I deliberately did not shave for 2 days to check how the knives work after sharpening. I was pleased with the result. It seems that it did not shave so well, even when it was new. After shaving, thoroughly treat the skin, since the knives are very sharp and the skin is not yet accustomed to them. There may be irritation on the face. Subscribe to the channel. I also decided to add here sharpening a disposable razor. Somehow I wanted to try sharpening disposable razors before, but I never got around to it. And now a convenient moment has come. I found some old razor and decided to carefully shave a little with it dry to check. It's terrible. I applied a little grinding paste to a napkin and began to move the razor. After some time, it seemed to me that the knives were not making good contact with the napkin, and I found an old piece of felt. I didn't count them, but I made about 100 movements. After sharpening, I again thoroughly wash off the polishing paste. The razor shaves much softer. Considering that I do this dry, I think the result can be considered positive. It seems to me that if you sharpen more meticulously and for a longer time, the effect will be more obvious. Well, in general, I think this is nonsense. It's easier to buy new ones. This method is suitable if you have nothing to shave with, but you have an old razor and polishing paste at hand. Subscribe to the channel.